We like to make a splash on BowlTV.com. The first strike of the match goes to Maria Jose Rodriguez. Hello, everyone. My name is Emil Williams Jr. and pleased to be joined tonight by Summer Jasmine. We will be here with you.
I'll be here the whole stepladder.
Yes, you will.
Thanks for having me, Emil.
Always a pleasure, Summer. As we get underway, Maria Jose Rodriguez and Verity Crawley. That is our first match. We've got a packed house here at Cedarville Lanes. Verity Crawley is the number 4 seed. Summer Maria, the number 3, and Verity shot almost 260 plus.
She threw a very clutch game, threw great shots at the end of the block to make it to the show.
It was very, very interesting and almost the weight, if you will. She had 267 match, instead went 255, got it done, and just in front of Liz Johnson, who could only shoot 190. Liz was 4th at the time in that final game.
Yes, I think there was like 4 people chasing Liz for that number 4 spot.
That was exactly what you would want.
Yes.
In that type of situation, early double for Verity. There's Maria Jose Rodriguez, Stepladder Finals, the reigning PWBA Tour Championship winner. There's the trophy off to the left. Aaron Smith, Curtis Von Kruger. And a 4-pin there for Maria. For Maria, kind of quiet, I feel, this week. And you guys are on the same staff. And so I know obviously you got a chance to talk with her. Was she just kind of about her business this week, just doing her own thing?
She just did her thing. And sometimes you just have that, you just match up to the pattern. And, you know, once you string a couple strikes, arm swing gets a little loose. And the pins just fall your way, and she had a great look. I know she's throwing her favorite ball, the red ball, the Primal Rage LE. She's throwing actually like a full roller layout one, the pins by the thumb, so it's going to pick up early and just kind of smooth out on the back end.
Nice shot.
I know she likes to throw that ball kind of later in the block when there's something like just to get it through the front. And there's something to throw it to. And these girls played pretty much the same part of lane in practice. And they've slowly migrated in. I know Verity's throwing, looks like a strong solid from, I believe, Ebonite. Or from the EBI brands, of course.
Crawley with the early double. She appeared in a couple of Stepladder Finals appearances. One most notably, the second event last year in Sonoma County. Looks pretty dialed in early.
And this is how she started the last time. And I was in the booth for that one too.
Yes, you. How about that? Well, the history. It keeps getting better and better here.
Yeah, hopefully all of them strike like this, then we don't have to talk much.
Well, we didn't talk much in the championship match
did not.
last year.
And that was a tough pattern in Sonoma.
So.
Tell you what, the crowd here at Cedar Vale Lanes have been fantastic. It's been a packed house pretty much both days.
That is exactly the way you would want it, Crawley. Brianna Coté, the number 2 seed, waiting in the wings. There you saw her in the background. 4 in a row for Verity. Excellent shots for Crawley here. As you take a look at the scoreboard, Rodriguez will have to do a little early work, but as we've seen throughout matches and certainly within our sport, you know, it's very early in the match. Anything can still happen. Maria's just got to make shots. That's one. How about that?
It's a great shot. Both of them pretty much in their comfort zone and just making quality shots.
We've talked a lot, obviously, about the pattern, and each week the pattern kind of tells a story, certainly not the story sometimes. What was the story, in your opinion, based on what you got a chance to bowl on? You know, you made the round of 32 bowl this morning. What was the story on the pattern this week, and what might we expect in the finals?
Well, as I said earlier, the girls stayed a little farther right, and I think they pretty much built the spot to throw it to, because it's 43 feet, and I believe it was 29 mils.
Yep.
So it was a little heavier volume, so you got a lot of girls got to throw some of the bigger pieces. They got tricky because sometimes the big ASIMs would kind of burn up, so I know Shannon O'Keefe, I crossed with her this morning in the round of 32, and she threw a symmetrical piece, so something just to kind of store energy a little more than the big pieces. Like I said, it just depended on who you followed and where they played.
Talked about that a lot, heard that a lot from several players, and also where you may have been in the bowling center, low end or high end. Crawley looking for the front 5 here. There it is. Opening match. Woo! Number 1 seed.
And
Shannon O'Keefe, sorry.
Yeah, and we also bowled on the ice oil, ice conditioner, so it definitely felt slicker, and people tend to use a little more surface, and you could see it. So, and the trick was getting the ball to go through the pins the right way.
O'Keefe struggled early in the round of 12, but got it together, shot 277. And a great game on the end to help propel her and keep her lead. And if interesting, if I saw Verity get into any trouble, it was where a shot that looked to be good, and it would just hang kind of down lane just enough to where she'd leave some type of 2-pin combination.
Yes, I thought that was a pretty good shot, like trajectory-wise and break point. Like it hit just had the same kind of, like I said, trajectory. Maybe she missed it at the bottom, but that's how the ice conditioner can trick you into thinking. Oh
my goodness!
I got to thinking. We bowled here this morning in the round of 12, and I believe lane 27 is a lane that Shannon and Brittany Brinka and we all thought we threw pretty good shots, and the ball kind of wiggled. So maybe that's what she saw in that shot. So we'll find out when she gets back up there, her next time up on the left lane.
Rodriguez, the reigning tour championship winner again. She finished 2nd last year in Louisville, and there leaves a week 10.
I feel like there was a lot of 10 pins and a lot of 4 pins this week.
I would say I saw my fair share. A couple flat 10s. We saw a lot of ringing 10s. We know that the pins were new. They may have had a touch to do with some carry, but not everything, certainly. using a Primal Rage LE as previously mentioned. There is Brent Prentice, proprietor here at Sun Valley Lanes. And there's a ring 10 on cue.
Yeah, Lanes are going through another transition. Right now, just fill the frame and just move on to the next frame.
Appreciate everyone tuning in who is watching on BowlTV.com. Again, my name is Emil Williams Jr. It's fair made for Maria. I am joined in the booth by Summer Jasmine, who, you know, you became popular last year. I'm not sure if you knew that or not. We actually had someone last week say, I asked the viewers in the chat what they were looking forward to in 2019, and they said they want to hear more Summer Jasmine in the booth. So, and they also said they want to see you
me bowl
in this situation as well. So just to, let's be clear.
That's a good answer. I like both of them, too.
All right, with that open, of course, in the 6, Rodriguez is taking the lead. High flush. Lead right back to Verity Crawley. This is very, to me, kind of eerie right now. Very similar, although the scores were lower, like we talked about last year in Sonoma, and the pattern was tougher. The scores didn't really get higher until that championship match where, you know, 268 to 266 against Shannon O'Keefe. If Verity Crawley is to win her first title, she will have to defeat Shannon O'Keefe, who was the #1 seed. We've got several frames, of course, left in this match. Brianna Coté, the #2 seed, is waiting in the wings. The Red Rock, Arizona native. Here's Crawley. Bang. The crowd loved it.
I think she just made a better shot off her hand. Got around that one. I think the 210 she left, I just think she missed it at the bottom.
And trouble for Rodriguez.
Looked like she got a little slow, and that was the tricky part. You had to keep your ball speed. That way it wouldn't read the mid lane too quick.
So take the count. So her first open, but of course the difference right now, Crawley has 7 of 8. Probably that one open. Ninth frame shot for Maria.
What a great shot.
And she's gonna need a little help. Take a look at Verity here, the England native. Went to Weber International, now an assistant coach at Savannah College of Art and Design. Helping the program to a couple NAIA national titles this season. As Aaron mentioned in the chat, big thanks to Aaron. And got word also from Sean Ryan, Matrix solid right now for Verity. Seven pin goes. And a nice smile for Verity.
I thought it looked a little left at the break point. And the ball did the right thing. It kind of just sat there. It didn't overhook. And get that light swish hit.
And Maria, all she can do right now is watch as Crawley will enter the 10th frame.
Just good count for Verity to win.
And that'll do it. Verity Crawley Match number 1 in hand. She gets the nod from her ball rep, Sean Ryan, Mike Snellbegger here. And there, she's going to give a look at a different bowling ball. Or maybe not. She's looking. Maybe.
Yeah, she's gonna go to something cleaner. She was throwing this Triton Elite. I think that's the name of it. The other purple solid. The purple solid. This one looks like Kinetic, the Amethyst, I think. Something a little cleaner. Just stores energy.
Crawley had this look late this morning, and then I did not see her final game, but again, as we talked about, shot 250 on the end to go around. Well, she was 5th at the time, and just 4 pins back of Liz Johnson, but that 250, and Liz shot 190. That was all she needed. I think for Verity, obviously, she's had some close calls in the past. This is something that she's wanted for a very long time. We know that there are no guarantees that you're going to make the Stepladder finals. We assume that players will get to that point, but never a guarantee. And certainly, you can just tell. I liken the way she was in it mentally earlier. I was talking about it around a 32 late. She missed a 10 pin late in the game on a double and didn't let that rally her. She went through the back 4, shot 230, and I feel like that. Sometimes you see those moments where you watch a player grow. I feel like that was a moment right there for Verity. 266 to 201. Players are playing for the PWBA Twin Cities Open Championship.
Once we get going, Brianna is the higher seed, and she'll get to determine who will start that match. So just
as we get a look at
get started in just a few moments.
Shannon O'Keefe, again 266 to 201, and we welcome you inside the broadcast here. Again, Emil Williams Jr. with Summer Jasmine. Let's let Summer say hello while we have a moment.
Hey everyone, watching Bowl TV.
Summer, so that first match, obviously, Verity pretty lined up, of course. So what does Brianna Coté now, after seeing what Verity has done, how the lanes have shaped up as well, what might Coté come out and fire with this game plan?
I think Bree had a great look throughout the qualifying. She just stayed consistently in the pocket every game. I think I bowled beside her this morning, and she just changed balls, kind of stayed in the same area, and just held pocket and cleaned up frames, and I kept her in it and just kept, that's why she's the number 2 seed. And so it looks like she's going to stick with, looks like a Halo solid, and she might have crept in a little bit, but she's got ball speed. That was a little harder than Verity. Verity, of course, wants to kind of loop the lane a little bit, or swing the lane. And so Bree's going to just kind of stay probably in her comfort zone and make sure she just makes quality shots.
Take a look at some of the practice shots here. You see Shannon O'Keefe, she also gets a few practice shots on the TV pair, on the finals pair. She is the number 1 seed, and will need to just win one game to earn the title, but we've got a long way to go. Hey fans, again, don't forget, we've got a giveaway after the championship match, right after or right before, one or the other. But we'll be giving away some merchandise. I'm not sure what the giveaway guru has in store for you today, but I know we do have something that Shannon will take a moment and step back. I want to thank Aaron Smith, Curtis Von Kruger, Tennille Milligan, Kathy Kavicki, and Kathy Waka for all of their hard work. We saw Brent Prentice on camera earlier, and everyone here at Cedarville Lanes, the staff, the volunteers, good people, Craig, Jeff in the back, Gail, everyone, for all of their hard work and making this event such a successful weekend. So Coté's got a high road in her hand. That looked pretty good.
That looked pretty good. It's a little cleaner. I'll get through that, what I call messy part in the fronts now.
I was curious, of course, how Maria and Verity would break the lanes down, where they like to play. They both like to be further, a little left, and see it go left to right a little bit. And I wondered how this would affect someone like Bree, who might be in between that a little bit.
I think she's pretty close to where they were, kind of in the front part. I think the left lane, like I said earlier, I thought 27 was tricky in the round of 32 this morning. And it still looks a little tricky. So I guess, I mean, they're going to make quality shots. And they're going to hold pocket. And they're just going to react to their shots.
All right, Coté with one more. There's that Halo Pearl, I believe, or Halo.
I think it was a Halo. That one looked like it burned up a little bit. So
Yes,
she's going to have to think about, she's probably going to talk to her ball reps, Mike Devaney and Matt McNeil this week.
There they are right there.
Right on cue.
Well, Coté, obviously the higher seed, so she has a chance, or will have the opportunity to choose who will start the match. And I think that this final shot might determine where she's going to finish.
Brianna, as the higher seed has decided, she is going to start the match on lane 27.
All right, she's going to start,
So Brianna
which means
Coté
she'll
will
finish
start the match.
on the
All
right
ladies
lane.
and gentlemen,
And here we go, match number 2, semifinals, the PWBA Twin Cities Open. Here on BowlTV.com, Bowling Lives Here. Thank you everyone for joining us. As I like to do. So again, it will be Brianna Coté to begin. She will step up on the left lane. First shot for Coté looks a little left, gets a break. You better believe it.
I'm telling you, it just feels like Sonoma last year. It's just eerily familiar.
It is a touch odd. Maybe it's just us. It's you and I doing the final show, doing the booth thing.
It's that vibe. It's the vibe.
Being cool, smooth jazz. We're snapping our fingers. maybe that's what we have going on here. All right, Verity. First shot coming up. Again, 266-201 winner. If you're just joining us, she defeated number 3 seed Maria Jose Rodriguez. So Crawley looking to run the ladder here. First shot for Crawley, right lane. Oh, and more of the same for Crawley, although it looks like she is throwing a different bowling ball.
Yeah, she changed balls. Wants something cleaner. Of course, it's going to store a little more energy.
That's how Crawley started. Front 6. Front 5, if I'm not mistaken. Away to 266. Wow. Verity looks like someone who wants to win a title today. She looks to be cool, very calm, relaxed. As we get a look at Brianna Coté. Husband Randy, I'm sure, watched. Summer Jasmine certainly knows her equipment, even though she doesn't throw it all. There's a Storm High Road. I know that one for sure. Coté right lane. And she leaves a 9-pin.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Great shot. Just looks like there's a little more defined, area on lane 28 than 27. Of course, her first frame, I thought she pulled it, so. And got the break. But, you know, bowling is a game of breaks, and
it happens.
It does happen.
Sometimes they're needed, sometimes they're rewarding. But it was a good way to, in a way, it don't sound weird, but it was a good way to kick off the match for her, right, because it kind of relaxes you a little bit, gets the smile going, the crowd kind of gets behind you a little bit, and you can kind of, you know, not ride off into the sunset, but, you know, like, okay.
You get the first.
Wasn't my best one, but I'll throw it better.
That's always my hope. The first shot I throw, I'm like, just get off my hand. I'm just hoping it comes off my hand and I don't go with it.
A good look at the halo that we were referencing. It looks like she's going to throw that on the left lane, which she did, of course, in the first frame. It crossed over. Nicely done.
Looks like she moved. I think she probably made like a parallel move left, kind of tighten it up, tighten up the line, move the break point in, and just stay with the stronger ball because it's just a little tighter. Like as I said before, I think 28 just has a more defined spot, like somewhere they can throw it to, and it's gonna hook.
Well, based on what everyone was saying, it worked out that the TV pairs are on this side of the building as opposed to the low end, because it sounded like the low end presented, I won't say issues, but they were different, and the scoring pace was just a touch lower on that end of the building. Crawley looking for 3 in a row. It's right, and gets a nice break.
Yeah, missed a couple boards right at the break point. Getting a good break, even just an 8-pin.
Getting through on the kinetic amethyst, as Summer pointed out. I'd have to imagine just the ball down scenario for her and her arsenal. So just should be able to just go from this ball to this ball, you know, to that ball. And of course, if it works out that way, you've done it right. Everyone wants it that way.
Right, exactly.
And maybe a little too close for comfort on the 8-pin spare for Crawley as well.
Yeah, I never know if I want to hook at it or throw straight at it. It gets a little tricky sometimes. The ones that are just in the middle. Because sometimes there's just so much oil in the middle that it gets kind of tricky. I know there's a couple times I shot a couple spares in the middle and I wasn't sure if my spare ball would make it there. Since I have a little backup. Deep breath for Verity.
Breathing always important. Double 9 spare. Oh my goodness, and that's a design.
A little left. It's makeable.
Indeed it is. The 3, 4, 7, 10.
It's just it's if you want to sacrifice count.
That's a good point.
Because you can easily get 1. Or 2 or 4. I mean, you never know. It's just one of those ones. I think she's gonna go for it.
It's an early pivotal moment here in the match. As you mentioned, she takes 1, gets the 10. So loses some count there, 72 in the fourth, and Coté now with the early opportunity to apply some pressure and take the lead here. For Bree, what a tale of two seasons. And speaking of 2017 and 2018, 2017 not where she wanted to be, had some trouble, made some changes in ball weight, dropping down, was looking for some different ball reactions as well.
Whoa, that was left too.
2018 was an exceptional season.
She had a great year.
For
she
her.
won that little shootout.
Yeah, the Go Bowling 10K Challenge, was the #1 seed at the USBC Queens and the Fountain Valley Open.
Just showed her consistency in that first swing. Or first two swings.
Yeah, made the show also in Harrisburg, if I recall correctly.
Is it Fountain Valley? She made the Queen show, and Harrisburg.
Finished second, and third, I believe. And an open frame right back at you. And so lead back to Crawley by 4 pins.
Yeah, that's a tricky spare. That 369. It's one of the ones that's, do I hook at it?
I was gonna say, how do you shoot at it? What do you do?
It depends. If I know there's something to throw it to and I can hook at it, or like throw it kind of toward the other and I know it'll come back, I'll hook at it. If I know like a longer pattern, I know like 47 feet, and it's really slick, I'll just try to jam the 3-9 and hope I'll get the 6.
Coté trailing by 4. Wow, that one.
That one read early. I thought it was a pretty good shot.
Read a touch early. I would say so indeed.
I think they're going through another transition. I think if Brianna's going to stay in that ball, I think she's got to move left, or she's got to change balls. More than likely, after she makes the spare, she's going to talk to her ball reps, kind of bounce some ideas around.
All right, she'll go get the plastic ball. Right at the spare. She'll take care of it. So, ball back in the court now of Verity Crawley, who in 2017 was pretty close to that Rookie of the Year award. It was won by, of course, her great friend Daria Payok. Had to bowl each other, actually, the Greater Detroit Open show that season. Fifth frame Crawley.
Great shot.
Beautiful shot. Again, folks, we appreciate you tuning in here on BowlTV.com as you hear Shannon O'Keefe off in the distance, getting prepared, starting to warm up. She will hit the lanes next. She will face the winner of Verity Crawley and Brianna Coté. Verity kind of was in a similar, somewhat situation that Bree was a year ago. You know, Verity, not the season that she certainly was expecting, and went through some struggles, but made a show in the back half of the season at St. Pete Clearwater. Really felt she started to throw it well, see it a little better. I saw something earlier, I think I asked her about it last week, and she had a hashtag called Be Me. And I just asked her, I assumed what it meant, but you know, you always want to make sure you know. And she said, I just want to make sure that I'm doing the things that I know to do, or being myself at all times on the lanes.
Right.
And she said sometimes last year she kind of got caught up if she saw someone else doing something that was working, she would try to do what that particular player was doing instead of doing it the way she knows how or would be able to do.
Agreed. I think that's like great advice just for anyone like wanting to come out, bowl tour or bowl the PWBA regionals. Be yourself. You gotta stay in what you're good at. whether that be you play a little straighter, and then perfect it. That's, Liz Johnson's done that. That's a great example. And then Kelly Kulick, she kind of likes to hook the lane, and she does that well. And Verity really likes to kind of stand left. She likes to hook the lane, and looks like she's staying with that philosophy and got her here.
This is Brianna Coté. And again, Coté coming off against something similar, but getting back to herself, she made a brand change from an equipment perspective last year. And, it looks like all of the changes that she was in the process of making at the end of 2017 all came and meshed well together in 2018. And now that is certainly carried over here. Week 2 of the 2019 PWBA season. Emil Williams Jr., Summer Jasmine, here with you from Cedarville Lanes in Eagan, Minnesota. 7th frame. Coté looking for a double. Oh, gets the pin out.
Looks like she made a big move left.
That trophy will go to the champion. Last year's defending champion was Rocio Restrepo. Ro just missed the round of 32 this week. What a shot. What a Verity. We're starting to, I think as a sport, starting to get used to, players on the PWBA tour being able to produce the type of power rev rate that players like a Verity Crawley before, and you mentioned Kelly, for example. Kelly was one of the early players to be able to do, something like that, and now it is very commonplace. I would say even yourself as well, being able to, take a little jump left.
I did that this week. I got left.
8th frame for Crawley. He's one here.
That was a good shot.
Oh, get out of there, 10. Just a tough. I'm not sure what hit that pin.
I think it was a 6-pin. I think it was just really, it's kind of flat, so it's a good break.
Breaks are needed, so 232 the max for Verity Crawley. 238 max score for Brianna Coté. Shout out to our down lane photographer, Larry, this week. Hook, high road. And a 2-pin for Coté.
I would take that as a break. All right at the break point.
Hope everyone is doing well. Look at Crawley while she waits. Coté, dynamite superstar collegiately, going to Central Missouri. You hear,
I believe that was Matt McNeil.
that was Matt McNeil, working in his role this week for Storm and Roto Grip. On with Mike Devaney. It's about good tempo here. Coté trailing in the 9th. He's going to finish the match, but would like a chance in the 10th. A shot here would help.
That was a great shot.
Good shot. I was ready to call it, folks.
I thought it was a really good shot. That left lane is really tricky. And both Maria and Brianna have made Verity finished on that left lane, so maybe they thought it was a little tricky too, or maybe they just wanted to finish last.
Well, we'll see what the outcome is, and see if potentially Shannon O'Keefe might like to do something a little different. All right, Coté makes the spare.
I always wonder about people's strategy about whether they want to go first or let someone else go first.
What would you do? I mean, obviously there's a few variables.
Yeah,
certainly.
I think it just depends on kind of what the lanes are telling you. And I know I've been in that position a couple times. I know one time I said if I get up in the 10th, I want to strike out to win, and I know I can do it.
Crawley, 9th frame, people yelling one time, and she wraps a 10 as well. She's going to come down to it.
I think maybe she made a little move left. Because the other shot, she might have been a little slow and got it right, and it read a little quicker. That one definitely got through the front a little better.
Important spare here for Verity. 9th frame. Spare, she'll have a 5-pin advantage. All right, she'll take care of it.
Spare. So she needs a double. Let's see, Brianna Coté's max score 206. Verity Crawley's max score 211. Double shutout. Double in good count.
First one, 10th frame. Bang!
Oh, great shot. Needs one more.
Nothing ever a guarantee in our sport. You saw what happened last week if you were watching our Bowl TV Stepladder finals, and what a final it was. With Josie Barnes throwing 3 in the 10th. Sherry Tan needed to throw 3 in the 10th to win by 1. And left a wicked 9-pin did Sherry on the first shot. Crawley has the first intact. Looking for number 2. She can do the rest on the field. Oh, get out of there, 10. All right, 6 pins. Crawley will advance to face Shannon O'Keefe. Shutout time here. Verity. And she is on to the championship match. 210.
Good match. Close match.
Nice event for Brianna Coté. She is going to finish 3rd. And for Bree, all you got to do is just keep putting yourself in the position. She has done that in 2018 and off to a good start of doing that in 2019. Pin for Coté. On a look here. Look at the crowd here at Cedarville. All right. $210 to $196.
For Shannon O'Keefe, and then we're going to get started in our championship match.
All right, good people. Tell us who you got in the championship match on Bowl TV. Let us know who you think is going to win this game. Big shout out to my man Brent Houghton. Chris William, I like that. So here we go again. Excuse me. Here we go again, Summer.
Oh, we got the rematch.
The rematch is here. Verity Crawley and Summer Jasmine. Oh, not yet. I'm sorry.
Shannon O'Keefe is bowling.
Summer Jasmine will be bowling in the title match soon. I got you down for a title this week or this year, by the way. So, just letting you know.
Okay.
You're in for one, 100%.
We hope so.
It's happening. It's happening. All right, folks. So we did ask. I see a couple. I see some Shannon O'Keefes in the crowd. I do know who Don is going to pick. Yes, sir, I do. and there's nothing wrong with that, sir. A lot of Verity in the chat. I don't know. I can't really count them all at the moment, but it looks kind of even as I scroll down.
Pretty even.
It looks pretty even as we scroll here. All right, so Summer, I hear a pin, but it wasn't on the lanes that fell. So as we take a look at Shannon, the practice shots here, we've had a chance to watch both matches kind of unfold. You know, Shannon has had the help with Brian O'Keefe ball reps to kind of assist her in what the lanes are doing currently and what she might do here in this title match.
Yeah, and she brought out a different ball from the last time she got practice shots.
I was to say, what might you think she's thinking potentially on where to play and how to attack the lanes versus Verity, who has made all the right moves so far here.
I think she's going to kind of start where Brianna Coté left off a little bit. They have different roles, but, I mean, they have enough ball speed to get it through the front. And we saw you can still throw a stronger ball. You just have to find the oil. And then, well, she's got two different balls she's going to try out. I know she tried to Triton Elite, the right lane. This left lane, she's going to try the Web Tour. And she did go to it on this pair this morning when they got, well, she tried in the fill shot. Because it just, I feel like the Web Tour just kind of blends out the pattern more than what the Triton Elite does. I think the Triton Elite is just a little earlier and a little stronger, and so it might burn up. The Web Tour just, it's a lower diff. I think that's right, lower diff. So it's just going to smooth out the pattern. It's kind of like it's like a Venom Shock in the motive line.
Okay.
So that's how I kind of compare it to it.
Last year, we referenced it a little bit, but Sonoma County and Rohnert Park double-decker lanes. And I'll get to that in 1 second. Summer, hold one time. We'll need to take this microphone out to Neil. So
she has decided she will start the match.
All right, I missed who was starting the match. Who they say?
I think she said Shannon.
Okay. So Verity will.
She's going to end on that left lane again.
End on the left lane once more and again. All right, here we go. So.
But I think Shannon did it that way she can finish the match.
Last year, O'Keefe was the number 4 seed and ran the ladder.
Right. I just feel like it's so eerily similar.
Here we go.
And Verity Crawley was the number 1 seed.
Yes.
And here we go.
Please reset reach 28 full wrap. 6.
O'Keefe, Crawley, the title match, the PWBA Twin Cities Open, live from Cedarville Lanes in Eagan, Minnesota. Emil Williams Jr. and Summer Jasmine on the call of what should be an exciting match, certainly of history, will have any say in it. Can Verity Crawley win her first career PWBA title? Or can Shannon O'Keefe continue on the throne here as the reigning PWBA Player of the Year? O'Keefe to start. Bang.
Looks like she went with the Triton Elite. She kept her angles closed down. Used that ball speed. Use that ball speed and high axis rotation. Get that ball through the front part of the lane. Save that energy.
Verity Crawley has gotten off to good starts in each match. Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. Let's go. The title on the line, folks. Even that's similar. Because if you recall, they both went Brooklyn last year, and they were like,
at one point,
they were having fun with it, you know.
I'm telling you, this is like eerily similar, but yet different somehow. I mean, different venue, of course. I wonder if any of them are thinking about it. I mean, I had thought about it prior to to it happening.
It may have came up once, maybe twice.
I know I said it earlier at the in the parking lot of the outlet mall. A little distraction. That's okay. Regroup.
There was something. I couldn't quite make it out what the noise was. So you get a good look at Verity. Columbia 300 Vice Parallel EFX. All product registered. Columbia 300, one of our gold partners. I want to thank all of our sponsors here. BowlerX.com, GoBowling.com, Nationwide Pepsi, and Cubica AMF. And a 2-8-10 for Verity. What'd you see on that shot, Summer?
Looked a little right. Maybe she missed it at the bottom. Because I think if she gets it there and throws it pretty good, I think it's going to come back.
Getting a couple of Stepladder Finals appearances last year for Crawley. Runner-up in Sonoma County. And she'll get the count. Fifth at the Pepsi PWBA St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. Now over to O'Keefe. Shannon bowled 13 events. She bowled 14, including the PWBA, PBA Striking Against Breast Cancer Mixed Doubles. 13 counting stats events, 13 cashes. She made the round of 12 9 times. Here she is. Double.
That's why she was Player of the Year.
Yes.
She made a bunch of TV shows too.
7
TV shows.
to lead the PWBA tour in that category. A couple titles. You know, we talked to Shannon. Wrote a nice story about her in the program, and but just in regards to what she's looking for, what the encore would be, essentially. What a great season she had. But she said, you know, obviously she'd love to win Player of the Year, but it probably won't look like what 2018 did. It's hard to replicate what she did there. How about 3 in a row and a 3-6-10 for O'Keefe?
That one was left off her hand. No hold. 3-6-10. I know I left that a lot. 3-6, 10, 3-6. Or 3-10.
Oh, open frame.
Okay. So we might not be in for the high-scoring affair from Sonoma, but it's still close.
I would make it a touch different.
I think Sonoma was 37 feet. This is 43, so 6 feet longer. Definitely more volume.
Third frame for Crawley coming off the 2-8-10 open in the second frame. Looks like she's throwing the same ball as she did in the last match, and she leaves a 10 pin.
It's a good quality shot. But I don't think 9 spare is going to win it, so she's going to have to find a way to strike.
I would agree, certainly there. It's you know, the history of this certainly, and the way Verity has bowled in this championship final. The previous 2 matches, 266 to start.
210 last game against Brianna Coté.
And folks, don't forget, while you're at it, on buildup.com, you have access to a plethora of opportunities to learn. I encourage you to certainly check out one piece of the video room with head coach, Team USA head coach Rod Ross. He breaks down some Team USA athletes in only the way Rod Ross can. So definitely check that out. In the lab. It's located in the lab on bulltv.com. Back to Crawley. Left lane. Oh my. Same lead, same lane. 2-8-10.
I think that was a good shot. I thought everything looked pretty good. Maybe it was a little faster. I haven't been keeping up with the speeds.
Well, the meeting here going on in front of us with the EBI reps, you know, kind of gave that look. So, okay, well, you know, I'm imagining what they're thinking. Already thinking moves or a ball change on that left lane at least, maybe. Oh my. Okay. Okay. Very close.
And my thinking, I think I would move kind of closer to the head pin, tighten up, like move that break point farther in. Because I just feel like if you throw it right, it's never going to read it. That's what I think, but that's why I'm sitting here.
Well, I mean, that sounds certainly like the appropriate and a very good, smart move. Let's see if O'Keefe can capitalize here.
Oh, that's left too.
And Shannon. Same lead, different lane. 3-6-10.
It's left off her hand. And I just feel like that ball's not really, it's not pushing through the front part of the lane.
Okay.
As easy as if she were to change balls. Like the web tour, I think, would get through that, but of course she's going to make the spare. And she's going to reset. Obviously, she's going to kind of calm herself down. Get into her pre-shot routine just to reset. A couple practice swings, visualizing her shot. She makes a move.
Keith, fifth frame. Beautiful shot there for O'Keefe.
Great shot.
There is Crawley. Want to give a quick shout out to, as we get some different camera angles, shout out to Curtis Von Kruger. The folks situated to the left of the lanes here actually to the left of Verity right now, that you see in the pan shot. Great volunteers, a lot of the staff here at Cedarvale, and a lot of youth bowlers who volunteered their time this week. They had a lot of fun. They were exceptional and made it very cool. So thanks to them. Shot for Crawley, much needed.
Great shot. I think that one was just a little softer. Let's see what she's gonna do on this on lane 27, where she's 2-8-10 twice.
Their time there. Deep breath. Everything on the line here, folks. There's the youth bowlers we mentioned. Some of them appreciate all of their hard work and dedication this week. Crawley for a double. Oh. 2-8-10 that time.
Break point was definitely a good shot. Break point was left of where the other two shots were, and get that light hit. You gotta catch a break every once in a while. Really good shot for Shannon.
There's what is now kind of the Pat and Shannon reaction, where when a shot she certainly really needed, wanted, and got it. But I've learned, certainly, not only as a player, but watching the best do what they do, being able to control the emotion and allow it to, harbor, and when it needs to be released, the players now, certainly have that opportunity, know what to do. We could see a little bit more here, 7th frame. Oh, how?
Left again.
That's been the lead for Shannon this game. Another 3-6-10.
Third one, second one on lane 27. I just think all three of them are just left off her hand, so.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
And misses it again on the left lane. Wow, this one going back and forth.
Going back and forth. I mean, it's just like last year, just a little lower scoring.
Yeah, last year we had less to talk about.
Yeah, they struck a lot more.
He just kept striking, which is totally okay. So Crawley now, I think, in a place where she's maybe weathered the early storm on a double. Take a 14-pin lead, Crawley. And the 10 remains. You can hear the crowd. By the way, folks, we've been in the bleachers throughout the entire event, and I want to thank not only Brent Prentice, but I want to thank Craig, Jeff, two great mechanics here, and I want to thank Gail for providing us some seat cushions. They provided them late last year as well, and I mentioned it. I wasn't mentioning it to say, hey, bring us some seat cushions last year. I was really mentioning it because after a while, you sit on metal bleachers, you might start to hurt a little bit. And this year, they made sure to take care of us, and we appreciate it. Crawley takes care of the spare.
Well, I know you sat on the bleachers for a while because I believe our total time for bowling was about 11 hours.
Yeah, I always say I'm in it with you great players as well. I'm just in a different manner. I'm certainly not on the lanes competing, but
you're in the center with us.
I'm in the center, and this is my area, and as long as I'm giving you the best that I can, give you the best that I got, like Anita Baker. Shout out to Anita Baker. Crawley trying to give it the best she's got. 8th frame.
Really good shot.
Roll it, hit it, maybe. No.
Good shot again. They're getting tricky.
How many transition types do you think? I mean, we know there's been plenty of transition since practice, since the first match, during the first match, practice, second match, during the second match. You know, where might they be at this particular point in the transition mode, if that makes sense?
I'd probably say around like game 6. I mean, I really don't know because
That's interesting.
it's just a different transition though.
Sure.
Because
It's different than anything they've had all week.
exactly, because you're bowling the 4 ladies practiced on them. See, Shannon and Brianna had the first 5 minutes.
Yep.
And then
As the top 2 seeds.
as the top 2 seeds, and then Maria and Verity came in, and all 4 of them practiced for 10 minutes?
Yep.
And then Shannon and Bree left. Maria and Verity practiced another 5 minutes, so who knows how many shots they threw. That's at least a couple games.
Important frame here. 8th frame for O'Keefe.
That was a good shot. Light hit.
Verity's max score is 202.
Shannon's 220.
This is the lane that has been a little troublesome
For both of them.
for both indeed.
But Verity's going to have to end on it.
There's all types of possibilities right now, folks. But the ball's certainly in the court of O'Keefe.
Strike right here will force Verity to strike out.
Ninth frame O'Keefe, that's high, but gets a nice break.
That was a very good break.
In comparison to what she's left, obviously, with 3-6-10s.
I'd rather leave a single pin any day than a 3-6-10 or a 3-10.
No question about that.
I had to make one my last game to kind of, hold the clean game to get in the number.
And you did it. All right, O'Keefe takes care of business on the spare. So, well,
Here we go.
here we go. Verity Crawley.
All
Next.
starts with Verity.
Max score 202. Simply put, if she strikes in the 9th, it's the first 2 in the 10th, and 9 on the fill. Crawley is a PWBA champion. First thing first, 9th frame.
Pretty good shot.
Oh, and this is what you want as an athlete, especially in our sport as a bowler. The opportunity to step up and throw, in this case, a double and 9
To win your first title.
to win your first title.
I really like that last shot. She got around it and got that ball to continue through the pins, get that just high flush shot. See if she can do. Kind of repeat the same thing on this left lane. Went through her pre-shot routine. Get her feet set. Get the ball set in her hand. Deep breath.
First shot, 10th frame.
Little left.
Okay. Near complete disaster there.
That's why I said that left lane is really tricky.
That, as you said, that looked like a pretty
It
solid
looked pretty
shot.
good.
So now-
Maybe she spun it a little more. I mean,
wow.
front to back looked pretty good. Of course, I'm kind of looking at it at an angle on the screen, so.
So 10 pin here for Crawley. First things first. Okay, she'll take care of it.
Take care of the spare.
Striker will give her 182.
And then that will force Shannon to mark. Yeah, that will force Shannon to mark. Went 10th.
All right.
First shot. Still shot always strikes.
Well,
Shannon needs a mark. Any kind of mark.
O'Keefe for her 9th PWBA title. What do you got, O'Keefe?
Pretty good shot.
All right.
It's a makeable.
Four pin for a title. What are you feeling here?
I personally don't like shooting at 4 pins. But that's just a personal thing. But I shot a bunch of them yesterday. I'm pretty confident.
O'Keefe for the, there it is. You heard it here first. She knew it. And Shannon O'Keefe has won the PWBA Twin Cities Open. And there's the group of fans that were following Shannon all day long.
They followed her all day. I know they followed me because I was bowling with Shannon today, this morning.
189 to 182 as we get prepared for, the husband and wife. Summer, I want to thank you. Appreciate you joining me as always. I know you've got some things to do, but I want to thank you. Anything you want to say as you head out?
I just want to thank everybody for subscribing to Bowl TV, for tuning in for the finals. And if you tuned in all week, thank you for doing that. Hope you guys will watch the rest of the tour, and hopefully you guys will watch next week while we're in Lincoln, Nebraska at Sun Valley Lane.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Summer Jasmine. We appreciate you, Summer. I'm going to take a very, very brief delay, folks, get set up for this trophy presentation, and that'll be it, folks. So don't go anywhere. You're watching BowlTV.com. Don't go too far too quick. Watch the light, 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 watch the light. Watch the light, watch the light, watch the light. Lift the light up and put the cord underneath that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about that finish right there? That was so exciting. At this time, I'm going to bring in Brent Prentice, our host this week here at Cedarville Lanes, to present the trophy to Shannon O'Keefe.
Shannon, on behalf of Cedarville Lane's families, friends, and guests, and our awesome employees, congratulations to 2019 Twin Cities Open champion. There you go. All right.
All right, Shannon. Keys to success this week here at Cedarville Lane.
Make your freaking spares. I missed more spares in that game than I did all week. So, yay.
Collegiate coach telling you all to make your spares. Well, Shannon, I know how much you love Richmond, and you're ready. Road to Richmond. Second tournament. What are going to be your keys to success to continue this streak?
The biggest thing for me is I worked really, really hard over the winter to actually try to lower my tilt. For those of you that don't know what that is, look it up. Or check out Tip Tuesday. And I worked really, really hard because in the past I struggled on patterns that were 43 to 47 feet, and I was tired of it. And so it's just going to continue working hard, going home, doing my foul line release drills, making spares, and just sticking to the process and one shot at a time.
Excellent. I know there's a lot of key people out there that help you get to this moment. Is there anyone you'd like to thank?
I first want to thank Rob Gottschall and Hammer and all that they do for me. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing without all of their support. It's unbelievable. Our ball reps out here are incredible. One just happens to be my husband, so thank you to him. My Bearcats at home, those girls and boys push me so hard every day to be better, and I try to lead by example, and I'm hoping I'm making them proud because I love them so much.
Well, Shannon, you do make them proud, and I just want to say there's a lot of people we'd like to thank, so thank you all for coming out with us today, and we hope to see you at another PWBA event very soon. So again, good night, be safe, be good, and support your sport. Thanks, everyone.
All right, nicely done to Neil Milligan, our Director of Operations. Congratulations again to Shannon O'Keefe. We've got, let's get Summer in for a few final thoughts, and we will have Shannon in for a few quick thoughts as well. So first, Summer, what a show. We knew it was going to be certainly special, and we got everything you would ask for.
Yeah, close match. Shannon has great advice. Make your spares. it keeps you close when you can't strike. It keeps you close to that number. I know I take that advice every time I step on the lanes. I made a ton of spares yesterday. Got in the number. Made the round of 32, which is always a plus. You get bonus bowling. And today I actually got to cross with Shannon. I thought she had a great look, and obviously, and then this final, the Stepladder final, they got really tricky. I thought that pair was a tricky pair, and she just kind of overcame the two missed spares and two bad breaks on Verity's part. Two 8-10s, a couple 10 pins, which I thought could have been easily strikes, but overall, great match. It was a great Stepladder final. I don't know what else to say, Emil.
I think you summed it up perfectly. All right, are you in Lincoln next week?
I'll be in Lincoln, bowling both the national stop. I'll be at the regional too.
Okay, perfect.
So,
I assume you're going to drive, right?
Yep, driving straight there. Leaving a couple days. I'm going to hang out one more day here in Minnesota because my parents got to come up and watch. So it was pretty cool to actually make a cashier's round with them here. So.
What did you guys hit the mall, or did you do anything? What happened?
We went to Mall in America on Thursday for a little bit. We kind of browsed it. We took Mom on a little tour and then went to the outlet mall. It's like right across the street from the bowl here.
I told a story about that yesterday.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And I told my mom about it, and so I was like, "You need to go to Minnesota." So she came up to Minnesota, and we had a pretty good time.
This is a pretty awesome day, pretty awesome event. Summer, of course, wave to the camera. Tell the good folks at Bowl TV we will see you. You'll see them next week.
They'll be watching me bowl next week.
That's right, and we're gonna watch her bowl and the Stepladder Finals. That is Summer Jasmine, ladies and gentlemen. Want to thank her again. Always an awesome job. Next voice you hear from will be Shannon O'Keefe. We'll talk to her in just a few seconds. Hang tight here on Bowl TV. Hang tight, folks. Appreciate everyone. How about that final, the 189 to 182. Again, your final score. There you see the photos and everything that we need and that you see at the end of the night. Again, we'll just have Shannon on for just a few minutes, and then a few more media obligations to do. Oh, you can. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow,
Woo!
How about that, huh?
How about that?
Congratulations to Shannon O'Keefe.
Thank you.
Title number 9 in your career, and that was an interesting match, and we knew it was going to be special. You and Verity now have some good historic matches.
We do.
To go back when you think about titles, but specifically, you had a chance to see what was happening early on in those matches. What was your game plan as you got to the title match, and what you end up doing?
Well, when I first came over for initial practice, I knew that I needed to stay as far right as possible to help kind of create a bounce spot. This morning, or in the round of 12, it was a bit of a struggle because everybody moved left so quickly, and so they didn't really develop like they did all week long, and I bowled really, really well because there was a lot of traffic to the right. And so I wanted to make sure that I helped kind of set that up for myself. And then every time I came over, I was just kind of watching to see what they were doing, and obviously they're naturally progressing left, which is what I did all week as well. And so, the bowling balls that I threw over here in all the practice shots were not the balls I brought over for the title match. Again, it was just taking history of this week and everything that I learned and applying it. I threw some really bad shots.
It's okay. I feel that. So yesterday at the end of the night, you come in, you do your thing, and then you outperform Randy at the end to lead that round. Was there anything specific, special that you did last night that kind of helped you kind of get through and develop that rhythm?
I was really, really trying to feel like I was sitting on my power step to kind of help flatten out or elongate my flat spot, I guess.
Hold on 1 second. By the way, folks, a giveaway. Tell the folks there's a giveaway happening right now that they need to be a part of.
There's a giveaway happening right now that you need to be a part of. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, we don't either, but it's going to be cool. Okay.
And so it was just really trying to get back to basics and physical and waiting on it, which my bad shots, I wasn't waiting on it. I was coming off that power step a little quick, and so it just thumbs down, and they're close, but not quite right. And so that's really what I focused on last night, and it really, really helped. So
this morning, round of 12 specifically, you struggled early in the first 4 games. But you obviously had built enough cushion to where you were still in the lead. What was happening this morning that you didn't obviously want to happen in the
Here.
championship.
Yeah, I had mentioned a little bit earlier in the round of 12, everyone tends to get left a little quicker. And they seem to be a little flatter because it's the second re-oil of the day. And so I didn't have a choice to stay right because everybody was moving, and so I just kind of had to go with them. The first game and a half, the execution was not very good. A lot of that was on me. But then the third and fourth game, I think I bowled 180 both those games, and I think I missed a pocket once, maybe twice in those games. And the execution was really, really good, but my ball just wasn't seeing the middle part of the pattern the right way. And so in game 5, actually, I threw the ball that I was throwing, and I left like a wiggly 7-pin and then a light 10-pin. And I was like, all right, my web tour wants to come off of the spot just a little bit more, but I still have to be a little bit softer with it. So I'm just going to go to it, and I'm just going to execute and not give up the pocket. And I was very fortunate that the pins carried and kind of got me back to even. I bowled 270, and from there it was just cake, I guess.
You obviously coming off of the Player of the Year, and week 2, you get your 9th title, first of this season. Just, what does that mean to you to get it done kind of early, just kind of get one under your belt? And you did the same thing, obviously, last year, and what you're looking forward to.
Again, it's just, putting yourself in position to win. It's something that I really try to remind my girls. If you girls are watching, I love you so much. They had another heartbreak this year. They just keep putting themselves in position to win, and it doesn't always work out in your favor. But it's so worth it when it does. And all you can do is just keep putting yourself there. And so that's all I really try to focus on, is just keep putting myself in that position. I'm so grateful, and I feel so blessed to have won title number 9. It's surreal to me that, it's pretty awesome.
I'll leave you at that. We got some more media, obviously, for you to do, but congratulations.
Thank you so
and
much.
I know this won't be the last time.
Thank you.
All right, that is
Bye,
Shannon
guys.
O'Keefe, your 2019 PWBA Twin Cities Open champion. Let's just close it up. I'll close it up. I'll let Shannon go do her thing because we got a few things for her to do still. Congratulations to Jasmine for winning a cool grand prize. I didn't see it, by the way, so if you happen to know what it is, I am kind of looking at the chat. I do want to say congratulations to not only Shannon, but Cedarville Lanes in general. Just excellent hosts. They were phenomenal. These good folks right here that you will see in just one second. Those good folks right there, the youth players that we talked about, the youth bowlers, awesome volunteers. They were spectacular this week, and we really appreciate what they did here. I want to thank Brent Prentice, certainly specifically, Jeff, Craig, Gail, everyone here at Cedarville. I want to thank Tennille Milligan, our Director of Operations. I want to thank Curtis Von Kruger. Had some amazing video content. I want to thank Aaron Smith, my main man, and everyone else involved. I think I said Kathy Gavicki and Kathy Waka. If I didn't, they are now in there. We will see you next week. Lincoln, Nebraska. Oh, somebody want to sign Josie Barger. How about that? Nicely done. Okay, Brant, I see you. And I do want to thank Brant Howard, man. He does a fantastic job manning the chat, helping our good folks and our subscribers with questions, concerns, answers. Send us your feedback, folks. We're working every day to make it as best as we can. So I will see you all in Lincoln. That is next week. We'll have the national event, and we'll have a regional on Sunday. So if you're nearby, come on out. If you're not, certainly watch on bowltv.com. And if you know somebody who may want to bowl, tell them to check out the national event. If they maybe feel they're not quite ready for it, the regional is a great entry place to do that. All of that information is available at pwba.com. Until then, let us congratulate Shannon O'Keefe, title number 9, as she defeats Verity Crawley to win the PWBA Twin Cities Open. That's all for now. My name is Emil Williams Jr. I'll see you next week in Lincoln. This has been a presentation of the PWBA Twin Cities Open, the 2019 edition. You watched it live on bowltv.com. Bowling lives here. Good night, folks.